Good morning, everybody. Tuesday morning. Um, haven't slept much, as you can probably tell. I went to bed and early, and I was just so tired, and I dozed off. When I say early, it was about 7:30, and I dozed off, and I slept for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. That was it. Awake all darn night again. But anyway, I watched a little bit of YouTube on Nvidia, and I watched a bit of Foodie Beauty. Now, I have to say it's very serious what's happening. People, reaction channels are making videos, and some of them are laughing about the situation, laughing about her making a fool of herself, which she is, laughing about him with his antics and his dirty demeanour, dirty mind, um, his aggressive nature. It's nothing to laugh about. But last night was an all-time low, as far as I'm concerned. Chantal was driving along. She had the camera on. She was crying. She was talking as though she was talking to Nada, however you pronounce his name, and not interacting with the chat because she said she couldn't read the chat. She had tears in her eyes. She was driving whilst high on alcohol or drugs or both. She was crying and upset. She wanted to kill somebody. She was aggressive. Those were her words. All the time driving. Now, what needs to happen is, imagine if it was your child or one of your relatives crossing the road when this machine came round the corner, driven by this gargantuan woman who was crying over this groggy boyfriend who she'd been with, and belted into your loved one. She needs to be reported to Gatineau Police, Ontario Police, whoever it is that she needs to be reported to. She needs reporting. And I hope some of you in the locality will do that before somebody is killed. And I don't discount her killing herself the way she's driving. All of this needs to be stopped, what's going on. It's scripted. It started off as scripted. Chantal, Nada, Pete, to get views and to get money in for their channel, and it's worked nicely. Her views, I think, have gone up for about, I don't know, a week or two ago, 700 views, and now they're more like 2,500 plus. So it's working. She's got the bees that's paying $5 a month to interact on Livestream. She and Nada were talking about doing another Livestream effort. I mentioned this, where people were going to be paying $14.99 a month, $15 for Chantal to do soft porn. The game is going to continue to be played until people stop playing, until people cease to interact with her, Chantal, and with her boyfriend. Chantal's channel, and I'm going to do it. It needs to be reported to YouTube for fraud, because what they're doing her, Nader, the predator, and Pete, the inert blob, what they are doing is deceiving people in order to bring in views and money. And they're doing it in such a way now as it's got wildly out of hand. I'm sure that there are rules and regs on YouTube regarding things that you can and you can't do. And I'm sure that fraud is one of the things that is going to be frowned upon. We've got this woman with her camera going in the car, driving and not speaking at all. People are watching it. Why are you watching that? Why? She gets home. Bear in mind, I watch on videos and I've only watched snippets of it. She gets home and she turns her television on and gets a video of her and Pete in a car and is watching that. And her viewers are watching that also. That is not what YouTube was intended for. It's even worse than infringing on copyright music, even though it's her channel. You don't sit and point a camera at the television and consider that to be content. I'm getting really angry about it all now. I'm getting angry at her because she's doing a disservice to women by acting like not even a teenager. She's just so immature. And what is she showing women? That a man can stamp out cigarettes on her, can punch her in the face, can give her an STD, can make her kiss his feet, can take money off of her rent and a phone, can be accused of raping another woman, can stab two people, and she still goes back to him. What message is that sending out to women? To anybody? Thank God she can't procreate. Thank God. And I hope he can't either. The diseased, nasty looking object he is. She burps and wind coming out the other way. She stuffs her mouth, she splutters, all these horrible bodily noises. And mind you, folks, Bibs, whatever you call yourselves, she's going to expect you when she's back with Nada, which she will be, to join that special channel where you're going to be paying $14.99 and you can request Chantal to be doing these objectionable things. And she'll do it for you and even mention your name. She'll do soft porn and even mention your name. Well, not if I have my way. Her channel now needs to be shut down, albeit temporarily. It needs to be shut down. And I don't need to reiterate the reasons why, do I? It's for the effect that she's having on people who are susceptible to thinking that that behaviour is acceptable. Oh, we'll go on, we'll make a channel, we'll do this. Because she gained $12,000 in one night. It isn't what YouTube is meant for. It isn't what people need to be watching. It isn't what should be encouraged. She needs shut down, as I say, albeit temporarily, until she gets her life in order. And I don't know how she's going to do that. I think she probably needs to be in a facility somewhere. She lives in filth and squalor, even though she says she's rich. Filth and squalor. And that's what her channel has become. We've seen the channel Shanny for Christ taken off YouTube. Chantal, Foodie Beauty, her channel is worse than Shanny for Christ. There are no children involved, but there are children and young men, young people, men and women, probably watching. She is worse. Her channel is worse. Nader is worse. Pete's inner blob who sits there happily talking rubbish to his fan base that he's now got and raking in the super chat. They've done it all for money. It's all scripted. It's gotten out of hand and it needs to be stopped. And it needs to be stopped now. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to try. And I hope everybody else does. It really is your duty to do something about this woman. Not only because of what's happening on YouTube, but because of what's happening when she's driving the car high as a kite, wanting to kill somebody, which she's very likely to do. I'll be back later in a more positive frame of mind.